Welcome back everybody to the daily show where I'll be doing technical analysis on stock market. So before we get started, please hit that like button and 150 likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading and all kinds of setups and you want to support the channel, definitely check out my link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. So Dow is up slightly on the day, 0.28%, 140 basis points. We got Nasdaq after going down 1.30%. Did the V shape here? You can see it right here. But look at this, guys. Nasdaq actually down on the day. S&P going flat after going down nearly 1%, and Russell going up 0.42% for the day. Couple more things I want to show you guys. Here is 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. And what do you see here on my screen? Yes, pretty much every sector is in the green, but it's got risk of move here in the market. So the risk, sentiment in the market definitely not there. We got real estate leading the way. We got utilities, energy, financial, healthcare, and then basic materials and technology lagging behind. So that is a big note to take from this 11 sectors that we definitely don't have a risk on move today. Stock market map, another warning sign I want to show you guys that yes, the market was flat on the day, to from down to flat closing, but look at here, Nvidia was down, I think 4 or 5%, still down on the day 2%, and market actually recovered. We got Microsoft going down slightly, Apple up 0.41%. We got Amazon going down 0.68%. We got Google going down, and Google actually had decent earnings. Not great, but decent earnings. But if you look at this right here, guys, I mean, Google from that gap up pretty much came back, closing that gap from earnings. And look at Tesla here. Completely opposite. We got trash earnings from Tesla, but because it was down quite a bit from the top, and Elon Musk coming out of Doge very soon, or maybe already out, you're seeing a big, move to the upside here on Tesla stock. We got Eli Lilly going down today. We got Meta going up 0.45%. So pretty much, a nice day here in the market, and we got that V shape. Couple more things I want to show you guys. Fear and greed index here. It's actually reading right here came off from extreme fear, and now it's on actually fear. So who knows, we might come up here at some point. So that is something to watch right here. Another thing I want to point out, we do have some data coming out, that's coming out tomorrow, I think, job opening, and then we got some retail sales. So you can see Joel's job opening tomorrow at 10 a.m. So that's going to actually hit the tape, and we will see how that plays out here in the market. And then we also have GDP on Wednesday, some employment data. Then we got some more data here on that's Wednesday. We got core PC index and all that. So a bunch of data also coming out. We got ISM on Thursday. That's a big one to watch for. And then of course Friday we got non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, and all that. So, and in top of that we got a massive earnings week where Apple, Meta, Microsoft, all that, Amazon will be reporting earnings. So I mean, this is gonna be a jam-packed week, guys. And now let's get right into S&P 500. SPY ETF, it's actually flat on the day. And if you look at my screen, we went up this morning and then came back. For a moment, it was kind of looking like that is going to fill that gap where a lot of people actually did not buy puts here. They were waiting for this gap to get filled. And then what? Market reversed and came back all the way down to where? Well, if you look at my screen, this high right here, which is around 544 to 545. So that's a critical level to watch. You can see a rejection here. Now that actually acting as a support. But when we get to triple Qs, I'll show you guys something else that I'm noticing, and especially on VIX. So I think the market here just buying time and maybe waiting for some really good news that can actually happen. Or I mean, if you look at the monthly time frame, if this is actually a dead cat bounce, we're not even close to daily 200 SMA, guys. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of people are just going one sided. When they're bear, they're extremely bear. When they're bull, they're extremely like just bullish. But we have to be aware of this, that monthly trend and the weekly is down, and especially market is not gonna just go up and go to all-time highs, especially when we're under daily 200 SMA. And I'll change my tone when we get over daily 200 SMA. Now we got to be really cautious. And you guys saw that video over the weekend, cautiously bullish. And this is what I meant, that market can pull back, but if market can, hold up, then yes, the trend is up on daily, and we could be bullish about it, and we can start buying these dips. Now, also, if you're chasing, that's not gonna help. So going into tomorrow's session, watch out for this support right here, guys. And below that, we could be retesting 5-day moving average 542, and under that weekly expected move to the downside is 535, and the support is there as well, so it can come back and retest. And if somehow we get down here to this gap, that's going to be a good buying opportunity if we missed out on this dip, or even on this dip not here to the upside. Only thing I see holding up 551. Over that, you're going to see a move up to 555 to close this gap on SPY ETF. On triple Q, it's flat on that day, and I want to look at this 15-minute time frame on triple Qs as I do technical analysis for you guys. And you can see this was the range Friday where we got up to this high right here for a 70 plus, and then market gave away all that gains, came back. It was actually moving around here at 465, and then market took off again. And this was today when market opened, we had a look above and fill, where we saw that massive bearish engulfing candle, and the market pullback all the way down to almost bottom of this range, which is 465. Not quite there, but only like a $1 away from that. And then we saw that V shape. But again, one more thing I want to show you guys, that on this 15-minute time frame, soon as we got up to this top of the range, there was a rejection. Another thing I want to point out, that in first 15 minute of trading, we had that run up, and then you can see sellers actually stepping in and selling into that rally, and then we saw that pullback all the way down here. So they were actually there, sellers, they were present here on this rally. So just because we had that V shape, there are still signals out there that sellers are not going away, and they're not just buying the dip, they're also selling into this rally. So that is something to watch, guys, right here. Now, if you look at my screen for tomorrow, and I'm going to give you guys these are going to be way better levels than daily time frame, because this is how it's moving here. 470, your key line in the sand. As long as we're over that, we can come up and retest 474 and then 478. That would be going over this range. That would be technically really bullish for Nasdaq. Now, 470 gives up 468 and then 465, and the expected move down to I think 456. So we can go there if we take out bottom of this range, which is 465 on triple Q. On DIA, it's up 0.31%. So DIA, you can see we got a doji type candle today. This thing came back up to 404, and then gave away all the gains, came down to 398.72, and now pretty much closing at 402, not much up for the day. Now, one more thing I want to point out here, guys, especially if you look at Dow Jones and Russell 2000. This is that trend line. We're in a downtrend, and so far we're not even retesting this trend line, where you saw Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500 breaking out to the upside and holding over that level. So definitely Dow and Russell not participating in that rally. We're not even over this 90-day pause rally, the candle 408. So that tells me that not everybody in the market are participating in that rally, and especially people that are smart, like I'm not gonna go and chase it. I'm not even putting my money out buying anything long, especially at this moment, because a lot of things we bought, even we bought IWM, and today I got out completely near the gap, really close to the gap. I got out because things are not looking that promising. The market's still going up. So going into tomorrow's session here on Dow, I want you to look at this support level here at 400 and these clusters of moving averages right here at 398. Below that, you're going to see absolute bloodbath down to this gap, 392.66. As long as we're over these, moving averages right here, these clusters, and over 400, remain bullish for a move up to this high, 407 to 408, and maybe even retest this trend line at some point, which is going to be around 411, and then we can talk about this gap, 416.18 on Dow Jones. On IWM, it's up 0.42%. So on that rally, exactly at 196, I closed my position here on IWM for a nice profit. So all these trade ideas, guys, and I'm not really showing these trade ideas here in this video, but there is plenty of setups in my Patreon group. And if you're interested, and especially not only interested, if you're serious about trading, only serious people, because I do get a lot of these window shoppers, they think things will change overnight and they're just gonna go in for 1 month or 1 day, and the next day I'm gonna throw out something and account from 500 to maybe 5 grand, it's gonna be like 2 million. No, that's not what we do, and that's not what I share in my Patreon group. But there is plenty of setups to become a better trader and profitable trader. So definitely, I would say check out that link down in the description for Patreon. This was the trade that I took before right here on that dip, and I got out today completely out of IWM. Now, if you look at my screen, it's holding over this 193, so technically it's a little bit bullish here for a move up to this gap. We still have this gap at 196.54, and over that IWM will also find resistance here at 198 and then right here at 201. To the downside, 193 gives up. It can possibly land down to 188 to close this gap down here. On VIX, it's up 1.25%. So VIX was up to almost 27 today. And if you look at my screen, this red line on your screen is the 5-day moving average. And we got up to it, got the rejection, but also keep an eye on this. It's wedging right here, and we're out of this wedge as of today with this, candle right here, kind of an indecision, doji type candle. So tomorrow, if this thing gets over 27, it can go up to 30, and that would be a breakout from this wedge. So far, yes, it's out of the wedge, but nothing significant where I would say, oh, there is a massive breakout on VIX. So you want to see a massive green candle here, and the market, staying down and going down at that point. But today we saw the V shape, and this thing got crushed once again. There will be critical support right here, bottom of the channel, which is going to be around at 24 bucks, and there is a gap at 23.69. So these can act as a support on VIX. Now, if this thing gets over 30 and there is some news like we had last couple of weeks, every day up 15, 20, 30 bucks or down, yes, things can go ballistic on VIX again. So it's not under 20, guys. So let me just put it that way. Volatility is not going anywhere until it's under 20. It's at 25. So, you cannot just ignore that. It's still at 25. It's not like it's got crushed down to this $16 level. Nope, it's still at 25. So, we have to be careful trading in this environment. On GDX, so on gold, it's up 1.27%. So I'm looking at GDX instead of going into the gold chart. And if you look at my screen, this morning there was a gap down here on GDX, but this thing recovered completely and then went up on the day 1.27%, where the market also had that V shape. So the point I'm trying to make, guys, that, look at this right here. This thing is also wedging here. And we all know that, gold here definitely a risk off asset where it's a safe haven. And if you look at my screen, what do you see? It's kind of breaking out from this mini wedge pattern. And it happened before. It happened before right here. We had that same type of wedge pattern, and then new all-time high, and now it's doing the same thing. So who's to say that we don't get to see another breakout here on gold, and the market also up? So it just don't make sense, and especially people that are serious traders, they would think like, oh, I'm not gonna go and buy a crazy amount of stuff in the market because I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Gold breaking out once again, gold was up, market was up, VIX was up slightly. So we need to see, and even oil was up today, guys. So we need to see who the heck is actually lying here. Is the bottom actually in and we're going even higher? Or this is some sort of a bull trap where market will reverse after these earnings, or there is going to be some sort of a news, something that's going to break the market once again. Now, let me tell you, when I say break the market again, does not mean that we go and short the market. No, that's not the thing that we do. You need to see if the market is coming down, so you don't go and start buying, at that point, and you wait for that pullback market to come down more. And in that case, you can buy the market itself or anything in the market way cheaper than going and chasing right now. Triple Q was down to 400 almost. We got S&P or SPY was down to 480, 482, and now that's a big move up $70. And now a lot of people are trying to come back in into the market, trying to buy something. And guess what? If the market flips again, what are you gonna do? Your position will be underwater. So it's really, hard to pick what to get right now, especially for some traders that are actually just going, in and out in the market, because you will just probably buy the market or something in the market, and you will end up, getting a bag where things will just reverse. Or it could be the other way, where a lot of people, when I made the video before that, market will come back up, and this is a buying opportunity, and people were short, short, short everywhere. Market came back up and they lost money that way. Also, they were shorting into the hole pretty much near the lows. So right now, I would say if you have the money, keep the money handy, and opportunities will come, and you will see, where the market is going next. And we'll definitely discuss the market, the gold, and everything again in my video in details. So definitely stay tuned. And if you're new here, definitely subscribe to the channel so we can get to 10,000 subscribers. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching and hitting the like button. Thank you so much, and have a great night, everybody.